over here. Are you ready?
I'm so excited that Mary Lynn Rajskub is here today. I'm just falling apart. Happy Friday, you guys.
Hey, welcome to the show. Now, you've already heard people talking about Joan Rivers all day. What you maybe haven't heard is that Joan Rivers had her funeral already planned out.
The late comedian who died at the age of 81 Thursday actually expressed her wishes for her own funeral in her book, I Hate Everyone, Starting With Me. She lays it out quite clearly, it seems, in what she would like her funeral to consist of.
Yeah, this is the quote from her book. When I die, and yes, Melissa, that day will come, and yes, Melissa, everything's in your name, I want my funeral to be a huge showbiz affair with lights, camera, action. I want craft services. I want paparazzi. I want publicists making a big scene. I don't want some rabbi rambling on. I want Meryl Streep crying in 5 different accents.
And she'll probably win an award for it.
I want to look gorgeous, better dead than I do alive. I want to be buried in a Valentino gown, and I want Harry Winston to make me a toe tag. And I want a wind machine, so even in the casket, my hair is blowing just like Beyonce's.
Gosh, she's still making us laugh even though she's gone. And it's interesting because this is the one time you're mourning the loss of someone and you still find yourself smiling.
Yeah, there's a couple of hashtags going around the internet. One is the Joan Rivers tribute roast, where they're roasting Joan Rivers online. Now, anybody who knows Joan Rivers knows that she would be laughing at something like that.
That's exactly what she would have wanted. Now, what maybe a lot of you don't know is that Joan Rivers also had a vulnerable side. She revealed most of that, I guess, that we've seen on the reality show she did with her daughter. Check this out, what she fears most.
I'll show you fear. That's fear. If my book ever looked like this, it would mean that nobody wants me, and that everything I ever tried to do in life didn't work. Nobody cared, and I've been totally forgotten.
It's interesting to see that vulnerable side because she's hilarious, but she was always kind of shredding other people apart. She seemed infallible, just always coming with the jokes. But the truth is, she worried too about her life and about her future. And that's, I think, why she was such a self-promoting machine. She was always on tour to promote something because she was so fearful she'd become irrelevant.
See, I don't like those. I don't like that moment. I don't want to remember her like that. I want to remember her as that biting comedian who would say whatever she wanted to say, would tear somebody down, not apologize for anything. I don't know. Would she want to be remembered as that sensitive Joan? I mean,
I think she'd want to be remembered as the unapologetic comedian who brought laughs to people's lives. Even though she was a little mean at times, she said, my gift here, I saw her in an interview, she said, my gift on this earth is to make people laugh. And not only that, but she paved the way for a lot of female comedians. We're seeing clips of her for some of her old stand-up, and also when she used to make appearances on the Johnny Carson show. And a lot of people have been talking about how kind she was, which is ironic considering her comedy could be so harsh. She was actually very giving. But, we do love the fact that she was so sassy and mocking people kind of became her career. And so we, of course, want to point out that she actually told even one of my coworkers to shut up. Yes, one of Twin Cities' favorite anchors felt the wrath of Rivers.
I know that you just don't like the fact that it interrupts your train of thought, for starters. You dislike phrases like...
Alex, stop, Alex, right now. Because
okay.
You're making it not sound funny. So shut up, Alex.
We knew there was going to be at least one of those that would come out of Joan Rivers' mouth. So it doesn't sound like...
She straight up told her to shut her yapper. And I guess, the one thing you could count on Joan Rivers for is she was going to tell you exactly how she felt. Very authentic.
And who hasn't wanted to do that at least once? All right, a lot of Joan Rivers' famous friends are expressing their thoughts on Twitter. Ellen DeGeneres said that Joan Rivers will always be a pioneer. She paved the way for a lot of comedians. I'm very sad that she's gone.
And Whoopi Goldberg also taking to Twitter. She says this, Joan, she is the only person that could make me laugh long enough and deep enough to make me wet myself. Melissa, thanks for sharing her. And Melissa's her daughter.
For me, it's funny to see Larry King had a very nice thing to say also, because I remember the Larry King interview, the last one they did, and she ripped him apart.
And they were dear friends.
Joan Rivers was a dear and wonderful friend who I've known for 45 years. Great guest, pal, comedian, and mother. We'll never see her likes again.
And look, even Bette Midler went on Twitter and said, Joan Rivers has died. What a sad ending to a brilliant and tragicomic life. One of the bravest and funniest of all.
And finally, a couple from Lena Dunham who she just ripped Lena Dunham, told her to keep her clothes on. Yeah, she ripped
But
her.
then again, if you get ripped on, you know you've made it. That's
Yeah.
when you know you've made it, is when Joan Rivers is making fun of you.
So Lena Dunham tweets out, I told Marin I'd have a zinger when Joan died, but I didn't think she ever would. She felt eternal, and anyway, zingers are her territory. But there was a second tweet. That being said, Joan is gone, but a piece of her lives on, her nose, because it's made of polyurethane.
And what I do love is that even Joan Rivers had a good sense of humor about her plastic surgery. She's like, I love it. I love it, of course. I keep doing it, but your nose lives on. Celebrities from all genres were busy tonight standing up to cancer. The annual star-studded event, Stand Up to Cancer, aired on all 4 TV networks as well as a number of cable channels. We're seeing here some of the show from previous years when they've done this event. Celebrities in movies, TV, sports, music were involved, like Carrie Underwood, Sheryl Crow, Jimmy Fallon, Rob Lowe, Danica Patrick, Robert Downey Jr., and even Beyonce were involved. Now, normally the celebrities man the phone banks, but this year they were contacting viewers through social media in the digital lounge.
See,
So that was a big change.
to me, I like that. I like if a Beyonce were to call me, I guarantee I would screw that phone call up. But if she texted me or tweeted me,
Give you some time to think
give me some
about what
time
you
to
want
think.
to
I
say.
gotta say the right thing to Beyonce. You know, I'm not. Don't call me. Oh my God, I'd freak out.
Well, what's good news about this is the telethon, which started in 2008, has raised over $260 million for cancer research. So really doing some good things there. And even you can participate without feeling stupid because you can do it via Twitter.
Beyonce. All right, now the Reddit users who are a huge part of the spreading of all those stolen nude celebrity pics, they're feeling a little guilty, or at least some of them are. Some Reddit subscribers sought to ease their consciences by raising money for the Prostate Cancer Foundation in honor of Jennifer Lawrence, and that's a quote, asking anybody who had forwarded any of those nude pics to donate. And guess what? The charity is not accepting that dirty money. So far, they've raised like $6,000, and they said, you know what, that money's going to go back because we don't want it.
I don't blame them. They don't want to have any part of it. They don't want to be associated with it. It's not just like something disappointing or sad or unfortunate that happened. This is a legal issue. I think, honestly, accepting money could be a legal issue.
And calling it dirty money, it could literally be dirty money.
From
You know
who
what
the
I mean?
money came
It
from?
could be literally dirty.
Gross.
Dirty.
Well, one of the victims of the celebrity nude photo leak, Ariana Grande, she was showing no sign of being bothered when she helped kick off the regular season of NFL football last night, singing the national anthem, and she killed it. And then, of course, Seattle crushed Green Bay in that game,
Which
by
was
the way.
nice.
But what we are excited about, I have my purple on. The Vikings are ready to take on St. Louis in the season opener. But as the NFL season gets underway, a new list names the most expensive stadiums to see a game. And this is actually good news since we're paying enough for our stadium, is that the Vikings are at the top. According to the team marketing report, the average Vikings ticket for TCF Stadium is $88.53. That's up 12.5% from last year.
Wow. Well, I mean, someone's got to pay for that People Stadium, and it's the people, right?
It would cost a family of four $490 to go to a Vikings game. 13th highest in the NFL and one place ahead of Green Bay.
Wow. So, it's more expensive to see. Oh, I guess it makes sense because we've got to pay for that thing. We got to pay for that
The People's
stadium.
Hole will one day be the People's
We got
Costly
to fill
Stadium.
that People's Hole with some money.
A new report says that high school hockey and football players are at much higher risk to suffer a concussion than kids who play other sports. Not shocking,
Yeah.
right? Those are the sports where you're getting crushed in the head
For
more.
sure.
But more surprising to me was the higher rates found in a lot of girls' sports. So the Minnesota Department of Health surveyed trainers at 36 Twin Cities area schools, so 36 different districts got involved. Their reports show that girls and boys who play hockey have the highest concussion rates.
Yeah.
But this is kind of crazy, happening in 6 out of every 100 players. That's a lot. I mean, isn't it? 6 out of 100? That's
Antonio
like 6 out of a team.
plays football at the 8th grade level, and even when he comes home from football practice, the first thing I ask him is, "Did you take any hard
Yeah.
hits? How do you feel?"
And maybe that's one of the good things coming out of this conversation is parents are maybe helping monitor the kids, whereas the kids won't always offer up, "Hey, I got hit today. I feel a little weird," but you can ask.
Now, as a football parent, you're thinking, "Oh my gosh, he has a headache. What does that mean? Does he have a headache? What's going on?"
Well, and parents of girls don't think you're off the hook. Percent of total concussion reports: girls hockey, girls soccer, girls basketball, all at the top of the list.
Wow.
You wouldn't expect that, I don't think. They're not as rough normally, but hey, concussion reports don't lie.
All right, now the Minnesota Twins website tried to have a little fun by asking fans to compare the team to a type of car. But we're going to, the options weren't exactly how you would describe a team with 78 losses, and one sports commentator actually took the bait.
Wait, the Twins? All those cars run. Given that the Twins last won the World Series in 1991, last finished above 500 in 2010, and were nearly contracted out of existence in 2002, the correct answer, which car brand is most similar to the Twins brand, is no, not a 1908 Morgan three-wheeler. The Yugo. Boxy, underpowered, tough to watch, unsuccessful on the road, and not bought by anybody in this country since 1992.
All right, that was ESPN's Keith Olbermann declaring that the Twins marketing department is the worst in sports. The worst. You hate to be at the bottom of any list, right?
That's tough.
All right, our Q, your A, the question we ask you tonight. Simple. What question do you most often ask yourself?
Lorena from Plymouth.
Hey guys, Laura from St. Cloud.
It's Wayne from Edina.
My name is Ann Dahlheimer. I'm from Monticello, Minnesota.
It's your boy D-Day out of North Minneapolis.
This is Kevin from Gallifrey. Question I ask myself every day is this. Jenny, don't change your number. I want to make you mine.
Why the hell did I do that?
Why am I doing this?
Who are you and how did you get inside of my body?
And what am I going to do with my days when my children are in school?
Like, what the is wrong with this dude? What's wrong with this What the is wrong with him? Shit, straight up.
All right, coming up next. All right, look at this. You'd eat that muffin, wouldn't you?
You can't. It's a hamster.
It's not. It's a muffin
It's
hamster.
a hamster.
It's a hamster muffin.
And if your kid was left on the bus for over an hour, how would you react? That story, that real story, happened here in the Twin Cities. We'll tell you about it when we come back.
Which kid are we talking about?
Oh, you can't have favorites. Well, you can have favorites, just you can't publicly on TV have favorites.
All right, I'll tell you in a second. All right, I want you to brace yourself. Some of you might not be happy about this, but
bring up some post-traumatic stress.
It is already snowing in parts of the United States, and we're not even talking about Alaska.
It's true.
Look at this. There it is. That's happening right now, you guys.
I can't even believe it.
Montana got hit with an unusual early September snowfall, and a winter weather advisory was issued due to the possibility of 6 inches of snowfall.
See, to me, this photograph is something I should be looking at some kind of art festival in Minnesota on some weekend on some street where the sun is shining.
Well, look into your future there, Miss Sobey, because it's coming.
Parents of a 5-year-old Brooklyn Center boy are wondering why he was left on a school bus alone for 90 minutes. Can you imagine? Your kids, you love them. You love them most of the time. Can you imagine one of them just being abandoned on a bus?
90 minutes didn't happen with us, but there was 20 minutes. Antonio,
Really?
his first year of school, he just stayed on the bus.
Oh, see, well, Omari Palmer's dad became very concerned, probably like you did, when his son never got off the bus after his first day of kindergarten. He called the school and was told Omari was not on the bus and had gotten off a few blocks away. Well, that was around 4:30. So just after 5 p.m., the news came that Omari had been on the bus the entire time. So your kid is in kindergarten, a little child, you hear that he got off the bus. That's probably like fear number one is, oh my God, he got off, and I would actually be comforted to know that he had just been on the bus the whole
I'm trying
time.
to think of how I would react. If someone told me that he got off the bus, okay, I'm at the bus stops, I'm waiting to get my kid off the bus driver tells me he must have got off somewhere else. First thing I do is get on the bus and look to see if he's on the bus.
Yeah, I guess I would too.
I don't understand. I mean, the bus driver's obviously going to get in trouble over this.
The kid was sleeping. So that was part of it. The kid was sleeping. He was on the bus the entire time. But you have to say, okay, maybe the parent didn't get on and check the bus, but why didn't the bus driver get on and do the look
for a
through?
sleeping kid?
Because if you're sleeping, school buses, I feel like, keep getting smaller. There's not a lot of room. Like, you're in the seat. You're visible if someone takes the time to look. But thank goodness the kid is okay because, wow, a lot of schools have said, during all the news of this, people have been contacting school districts and saying, does this happen? And actually, surprising, and maybe not surprising since this happened to Antonio, the principals have been saying, this actually happens a lot.
Yeah,
the first week of school, a lot
sure.
of kindergartners and first graders especially get off at the wrong stop or miss the wrong get on the wrong bus.
And buses are boring. You fall asleep. That's what's going to happen. All right, stop everything. Somebody found a muffin that looks exactly like a hamster. Look at that. There it is, you guys. It's a freak of nature, that's true. But the question remains, do you eat it?
Of course you eat it. It's
Do you
like,
go head
it's
first?
like a perfect bite hanging off the edge. That's like the best part. The muffin top, that is the best part. It's soft and it's moist and that's mouthful size.
Yeah, I'm eating it face first,
Yeah.
for sure, just to get the, look, I could eat a hamster's face if I wanted to.
No.
Coming up next, Garth Brooks releasing his entire music collection. How much would you pay for Friends and Low Places and all that other junk? We'll tell you how much in a minute.
And a tabloid scandal gets star treatment on the big screen. We'll explain when we come back.
Okay, it's not junk if you like country music. Sorry, that was my true feelings coming out.
You'll get attacked if you say that on air.
I'm gonna say it on the air because
right.
that's how I feel.
Okay, we'll wait till we get to that story. He has something to say about George Clooney.
I do.
A cinema classic is heading back to movie theaters across the country, but this time it will make its debut in IMAX.
Wow.
To mark its 20th anniversary, one of the most celebrated and influential movies in recent decades, Forrest Gump, is heading back to the big screen.
Now, I got passes to see this already. I'm very excited. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
And I've only seen parts of it over and over again. And even out of context, the parts I've seen I like.
You have to see the whole movie.
The movie was nominated, as we know, for a whopping 13 Oscars back in 1994 and won 6, including Best Actor for Tom Hanks. Another movie about following your dreams makes its debut this weekend. The Identical is about the son of an evangelist who finds that his striking resemblance to a popular rock star is not a coincidence. It stars Ray Liotta and Ashley Judd. Plus, moviegoers who can't get enough of Guardians of the Galaxy can see it again.
Yeah, it's still a beast.
The highest grossing film of 2014 continues its amazing run, as is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's still holding strong in the #2 spot, which continues to surprise me.
I might go see the Turtles this weekend. I haven't seen that.
Check it
I
out.
forgot all about that movie. And you know what, though? The only thing better than a good movie is a free movie. Go to the On the Fly Facebook page and register for your chance to win advanced screening passes to see The Maze Runner before it hits theaters. You can win free flicks from On the Fly and My 29.
A tabloid scandal gets star treatment on the big screen. George Clooney set to direct Hack Attack, a movie based on the phone hacking scandal at a British paper run by Rupert Murdoch's News Corp. So obviously the hacking and too much paying and looking into the details of people's lives, surveillance when it's unauthorized has been the talk, I feel like, of society as a whole this past year.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to draw some interest, that movie. You know, he's directed other films before, like The Ides of March, The Monuments Men.
Well, eventually he's going to get to that place where he can't play the George Clooney characters anymore because he's aging and he's not going to look that good anymore.
Yeah.
So he has, I mean, okay, yes, you can hope for a graceful aging of George Clooney.
He's already gracefully aging.
Now,
the grayer he gets, the wiser and more handsome he looks.
Eventually, if there's any justice in this world, he will fall apart. All his hair will fall out. The jowls. I would love to see George Clooney with some jowls.
Direct your angry tweets to @TFly.
All right, it's official world. Garth Brooks is back. Last night, country singer opened his comeback tour at Allstate Arena in Chicago, along with a new album coming out this Christmas. Now, Garth announced that he has created his own digital music store. It's kind of like iTunes, but Garth gets all the money. It's called Ghost Tunes, and the store will offer his own music as well as other artists, and you can get the entire bundle of his entire library, Garth Brooks' every song he's ever come out with, for $29.99.
Wow.
On that Ghost Tunes.
He could do one of his albums for $29.99. People still love Garth Brooks.
He was one of those guys. He was anti-MP3. He was anti-digital, and he didn't want to put his music out digitally. Well, he has entered into the 21st century, and he is now going to be selling his music digitally for a super low price.
Wow.
And it's the first world tour in 13 years.
You think it was too late for him to join iTunes? It was like, oh, it'll look bad now. I've been holding out for this long. I'll just start my own.
So much bad stuff about iTunes. I don't know.
Ghost Tunes. There we go.
All right, coming up next, you may know her as Chloe from the hit Fox show 24, but Mary Lynn Rajskub. She's going to be here in the guest chair tonight talking about her stand-up this weekend at the House of Comedy. Stay tuned.
And only 111 days until Christmas, and Kmart wants you to think ahead.
I hate sentences like that. It just drive me nuts. Christmas.
They try to make fun of themselves.
Seriously?
But I don't know.
I got a sunburn yesterday when we were talking about Christmas. Welcome back, you guys. Now, she is best known for her role as Chloe O'Brien in the Fox hit 24. I promised myself I was not going to geek out and I was not going to go too over the top. But Mary Lynn Rajskub is here, also branching out into, actually not branching out into comedy. You've been a comedian. You were a comedian before 24.
Yeah, you've messed it up already.
Yeah.
I thought you were only going to call me Chloe.
You want me
I'm
to,
so impressed that you called me by Mary Lynn.
Do you want me? I can call
my
believe
God-given
me.
name.
See, I promised to treat you like a human being,
So like a
Mary
lady.
Lynn, but yeah, he's
I would like to
leaving
talk
now.
about
You promised
24.
to treat me like a sexy lady off
Yes.
the air, didn't you?
So far, so good, right? Huh?
I would like to talk about 24
You.
for the next half hour. Would that be okay? Could
Sure.
we do that? I would, oh my gosh, I would
Hey
love
man,
to.
it's your show.
And okay, Mary Lynn Rajskub, which is her name, by the way. She's
Nice
at the House
going.
of Comedy this weekend. So when you're doing the stand-up, do you feel like you have to really warm people up so that they're not just geeking out like Tony is? Like, okay, guys, I'm not like a brainiac person sitting behind a computer helping save Kiefer Sutherland from terrorists. I'm here to make you laugh.
Yes, absolutely. There's always like the couple that came together and the husband's like, well, I've never seen her smile, so this isn't going to be good. And the wife's like, I think she will be funny. And then they tell me afterwards how,
Yeah, I saw
they didn't think I would be doing comedy.
I actually saw some clips of you on YouTube doing comedy, and for me, I mentioned this before you showed up this morning. You know when you used to see like your high school teacher at the grocery store? And
Yeah.
it felt like weird. It's like, wow, this is not right.
She has a life?
This
What?
is so not comfortable. And when I first saw you smiling and laughing and being funny, that's how I felt at first. But you're a really good stand-up comic, which I had no idea.
Well, 24 was the exception for me. That was the first drama that I ever did, so I only did comedy before that. But yeah, it's definitely, going around the country and going into comedy clubs and being met with like, why isn't she opening a socket right now? And this makes me uncomfortable. I feel like I'm seeing my teacher at the grocery store.
On the flip side, I love you from Two Broke Girls
Oh, go
and
on.
Legally Blonde 2,
thanks.
and actually know you as more of a comedian. What of all the projects we were going through the list, we're like, we can't even list all these. Like
Yeah,
King of Queens. I mean, you name the show. It seems like you've made some appearance on it. What are some of your favorite projects? I guess you've worked on.
Yeah, I mean, I've been really lucky and sort of been drawn to things, and things are drawn to me that have been really great. I was on the Larry Sanders Show years ago, Mr. Show. I'm going deep into the vault,
wow.
but like a lot of, I was in a Paul Thomas Anderson movie, so it's, a lot of different, varied, inspiring things. Definitely love the comedy. Was not expecting to be on 24.
Being on the road's got to be tough, though. When you're used to having that job.
Yeah,
The job that you go to every week. And now
especially
being back
with
on the
your
road.
son too, who just turned 6. That must be hard to be away.
Yeah, it's not easy. Mommy's got to keep it going, though. A lot of people ask me, you asked me off the air, like, when is 24 coming back? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know. And you're like, come on,
It's gotta be a
tell
movie.
me.
There has to be a
tell me,
movie.
Mary Lynn, Chloe, tell me what's going to happen. And the truth of it is, I really don't know, and they have not told me. And I always use, for example, like, do you really think I would be at, here right now if I knew it was going to happen?
Right, yeah. If you had this fledgling
Would I be
movie
on the
career.
road? Yeah.
Well, and people always see a celebrity and they think, oh, she's all Hollywood. But the truth is,
Oh, who's calling? Is it Kiefer?
Oh, it's my alarm.
Oh, okay. I was hoping Kiefer
telling you
was
that you're on
calling.
a very important Twin Cities show at this hour. Yeah.
It was my alarm to wake up to come here, but it has the wrong time.
Oh.
So it's actually 9:45 in LA. Everybody. Okay.
Celebrities, they're real people just like
Hey
us. They have
guys,
alarms.
It's like I'm at the grocery store and I'm your third grade teacher.
When I was on Twitter, I love this too. So in Times Square, you saw this billboard and you
Yes.
tweeted a picture of it. You said,
wow.
I was walking through Times Square and took a picture of myself. What? So being the down-to-earth woman you appear to be, I mean, you still kind of are surprised yourself when you see this type of thing?
I feel like your voice is exactly my voice. You read that like it sounded like me.
What? We're kindred spirits. I've been practicing my
Like
Twitter
before the show, when we
interpretation
were back
all
there,
day.
and you were like, "Ew!" I was like, "That is what I heard in my head."
Kelsey is the voice of everyone's conscience. We're
Definitely the voice
Good.
of his.
It feels right.
Someone
It
has
feels
to
right.
be.
Listen, well, we're talking about Times Square. Let's dive in here. We got a story about this new offer. Very first Denny's in New York City opened up over the past weekend. And how do they celebrate? By selling a breakfast approximately 6,000% more expensive than their average breakfast. Now, do you go to Denny's at all? Have you seen the Grand Slam breakfast?
That looks incredible to me. I got to be honest with you. I don't know what is happening to me because I'm usually really healthy, but I have a dual personality. Like that looks kind of incredible to me. I used to work at Denny's also.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they're calling this new menu item the Grand Slam Crew. You get, this is a breakfast for two. This is a couples thing. You get a couple of eggs, you get pancakes, sausage, bacon, and it comes with a bottle of 2004 Dom Perignon Premier Cru Champagne.
And you can get that any time now, or that was a one-time thing?
I don't. It's not a. It doesn't say anything about it being a limited offer. but it was at this only at this New York City Denny's.
Is that like the Tremendous 12? Because I don't need any Dom Perignon to wash down my every part of a pig you can eat.
Kind of like the Perkins Tremendous 12, but with champagne.
But with champagne.
Right.
I'm fascinated by the fact you used to work at Denny's. Did you garner any wisdom from your years as a server?
You know, I did.
You're still tired.
I know how to make
still tired from the late night
the
shift.
secret to the ranch dressing, guys.
Oh no, I don't think I want to know. I love ranch
It's an
dressing.
extra large envelope of Hidden Valley Ranch.
Nice.
Rip it open.
Is that
Pour it
true?
in a vat, buttermilk, and a large whisk.
People at Denny's love their ranch, don't they?
People everywhere love their ranch.
I live
That's
off
the
ranch.
only
Are you
thing
kidding
missing
me?
from that Grand Slam breakfast is a side of ranch.
Oh, that was the key.
Dom Perignon.
All right, the video of the day. This pug thinks he's in heaven.
Oh. Yeah.
A whole pile of balls just for me? What?
See, now I would never take my kid to like a Chuck E. Cheese and put her in the ball pit because it's bacteria and it's disgusting and people are disgusting and gross. But I don't care about dogs. Get in there. That looks like it actually
First,
looks
I
like a
thought
lot
it
of
was
fun.
going to be cruel, but that. Oh, by the way, you were talking about my extensive resume. I actually played the bongos on that.
That was you?
Yeah, that was me.
Wow, you are a percussionist also.
Very
That is amazing
diverse
to
in your
me.
work.
All right, now, when the Queen is away, evidently the guards will play. This video is all over, going viral on YouTube. Now, you know that the guards at Buckingham Palace, everyone knows it's supposed to be a very strict, very regimented job. You don't see any playing around. They don't acknowledge you if you talk to them. For some reason, I don't know if he's trying to get fired or if there's a new policy going on at Buckingham Palace, but this Buckingham Palace guard,
He's gone rogue, people.
he is going Buckingham crazy.
You've been in London because I know you were on tour for 24, launching it in the UK. Did you visit Buckingham Palace?
Oh, I lived there for like 5 months.
Wow.
Shooting 24. I saw Buckingham Palace. Yes, this guy, he's got to dance. He needs to get out. You know, he's
like-
feeling it in his heart.
He's like Kevin Bacon
And
in Footloose, kind of.
I admire what he's doing. He's like sneaking the moves in there.
He needs to be
like you
free.
almost like he just does a turn and you almost don't even catch it. You know,
Right.
he could act like I just slipped and made it into a turn.
Well, they're saying that when the Queen comes back from vacation in Scotland, he's probably going to lose his job, and there's going to be an
For real?
investigation. That's what they're saying. There's going to be an investigation into the pirouettes.
Yeah, I always
Maybe
felt like a bad kid when I was over there, like I was gonna get in trouble from the Queen, like
Yeah.
just a bad American. I'm like in the alley playing craps, like whatever, Queen.
All right, summer does not officially end until September 22nd, but Kmart wants you to start thinking ahead. Brace yourselves, people. This has to do with
It's too
Christmas.
early for Christmas.
I guess that was the
So
snare.
just to be clear, this is not a Christmas commercial. However, let's say you have an event in late December that you need a lot of gifts for.
Come on.
Like maybe your entire family is having a birthday on the same day.
Hypothetically.
Now's the time to go to Kmart and put those gifts on layaway. And then pick them up just in time for the big non-Christmas celebration. Kmart, no money down.
I feel like this is a little much.
I know that's the bit. You're saying, okay, we don't want to do an early Christmas. I understand the bit. I'm still mad at Kmart, though. I'm still
bringing
angry.
that
Yes,
up?
we don't.
I
I
feel
love the Christmas
disturbed
season.
and dirty
Yeah.
about that commercial. Layaway, what is it, 1950?
They're-
What, just rolling a bunch of stuff? Like, buy more stuff.
Yeah, they're doing layaway again. It's
Start
crazy.
early, buy more than you can afford. Just do it. It's Christmas.
All right, so last night we were talking about songs of summer,
Mm-hmm.
and that song "Summer" in particular. You hear you in the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and I had mentioned that it sounds like the guy singing.
Calvin Harris?
Yeah, Calvin Harris smells something while he's singing. He has that tone of voice. You see in the summer, and I said he had a stink face. And the hashtag stink face was born. And you guys were sending in your stink faces. We appreciate all the pictures and all the selfies you sent in. That's Amy right there, and
Ooh, Brad in his Batman stink
Brad
face.
with the Gotham stink face. And something really smells there. And you know, he who smelt it, Danielle. And there's Johnny with his stink face, and of course, Kimmy. And the
Oh, her baby has a stink face too.
I know exactly that. I know what that smell is. Now, coming up next, they were told that there was a drive-through, and there wasn't, but there is now.
And we've got 24 later in the show, sort of.
Kinda.
How about 24 later in the show? Yeah, we'll explain when we come back with, of course, one of 24 stars right here in our chair of hilarity.
Get more Kelsey Sobey with Twitter and Facebook.
One of the stars of 24, Mary Lynn Rajskub, is with us tonight, and she's performing at the House of Comedy this weekend, but we got her first.
Yes, we're glad to have you. And guys, so many reasons already to go see her show. How about this one on Twitter? She told Illinois that of the 2 shows she was doing, we can pull this picture up, she said one is topless. Now, we haven't had confirmation that that is in fact happening here, but...
You are doing a lot of shows here in town. One of them could be topless.
There's one of them where it's nudity at the door.
Oh, nudity at the door.
Nudity at the door.
That'll get people in the door, that's for sure.
Perfect.
You stand there naked and get
Line
people
them
in.
up.
Awesome.
All right. For a Great Dane in Portland, Oregon, socks, not just for breakfast anymore. Apparently, they make pretty tasty snacks all day long. The 140-pound, 3-year-old dog had shown a hankering for socks before, but the extent of the problem was not clear until he got sick, and then an X-ray revealed why.
What's that picture on the left? Oh,
Guess
that's the
what?
X-ray.
Yeah, that's what they found inside of him. They just kept removing sock after sock after sock. 43 and a half in all. And the dog is okay. The dog is fine. His family says that so far there has been no more sock incidents.
I love my dog, but dogs are so stupid. And you know, and stories like that make you just, when people say things like, oh, my dog is so smart, it's just like my child. Well, your child is an idiot and just ate 43 socks.
How do you even survive when you have that many in your tummy? You have 2 dogs. Do they do anything like that?
I just got really sad.
That's
too many
I'm
socks.
holding my stomach.
Why do you, something's wrong in your little brain. You just.
Aren't you full yet?
Stop at 5
the sock
or
special
10.
ended.
Maybe he really liked feet. Maybe he just really liked that foot smell.
In some ways, we could look at this as a blessing. Finally, some closure as to where all those socks went.
Yeah, that dog ate all of them. All right, now hitting your TV in 2015, a new show called Sex Box.
Oh dear.
Yes, I agree. I agree. It's going to be on WeTV, and basically it is exactly what it sounds like. The show revolves...
No, it is not exactly what it sounds like. Please go into detail.
The show revolves around couples having their most intimate of moments judged by professionals.
Wait, hold up. How does WeTV go from like...
Say yes to the dress.
And repeats of Will and Grace? Like, they have no programming, and then
Well.
they're like, Sex Box.
2015 is their year. So what it is there's a huge box. Do we have video? Can you show the video?
What? There's video?
In a few
Yeah.
minutes, a
That's the
couple
box.
will enter this
Behind her.
box.
Okay, it's an
have
opaque
sex,
box.
And then immediately afterwards come out and talk frankly about what they did. To me, a panel of internationally renowned sex experts, and in front of our studio audience. Welcome to Sex Box.
Now the show is a huge hit in England.
Well, the lights have turned to amber, which means Lynette and Des are ready to come out.
I feel
Let's
like,
give
though,
them a
the
warm
British
welcome back.
culture, that maybe is a little more normal. You think that's going to come here, too?
Yes.
Like American Idol, or the X
No, I
Factor
get it
started
now.
in the UK.
Is it
And,
such a confusing
Big Brother.
thing for you
I
sometimes
know.
if you're
That was some
feeling
other country.
tense and uptight?
Is this the new X Factor?
Dude, I'm watching. I don't care what any of it.
No, I get it now. It actually is very
weird.
we. It's like people talking about their...
of life sometimes that it can
So they go in and...
I just wish that guy was honest and he's like, yeah, I took it out and I can't. Like if it was really graphic.
Right, if,
that'd be the best.
if there's a lot of self-criticism, like if he's criticizing her, she's criticizing him, and they come in and say who's right. Actually, you do just kind of lay there.
So the judges are watching, so
Yeah.
they can actually say, yeah, I agree with him or her.
Well, you saw those little slits in the box. I think that's where they look in, and I think it's going to be a great show, and I'm totally going to watch it.
Some people get like shy in the bathroom when someone else is in the bathroom because they feel like they're sort of being watched. Can you imagine performing like that in a box when you know all these people are outside watching? And not only that, but they're going to critique what you're doing.
You just came up with the idea for the next Wii show, Toilet Box. To critique what you're doing in there, have a panel of urologists and proctologists and all those people. All right, yesterday, Delaware Governor Jack Markell tweeted that he would visit an elementary school to announce a new initiative to help disadvantaged students. Now, judging from the photo that he attached to that tweet, I would like some more information on that initiative.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a governor that tweeted that photo?
Yeah, of course, he's saying that he has no idea where that pic came from and how it was attached to his tweet. But he is promising that he's going to find out which of his staffers was dumb enough to keep private photos on the same computer as the governor's Twitter handle. So he's already saying that it's one of his staffers. It is definite. Governors cannot be into bondage.
Isn't it his computer though that it's coming out of?
He's saying that he has people tweeting for him also, so it could have come from one of their computers.
How do you feel when you think like the leader of your state is into bondage? Do you maybe actually feel a little safer, or do you feel a little more afraid? I don't know. I feel like.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, well,
It's a good thing, you know.
Do you vote for that guy?
Let's get the sex box. Let's get everything out there.
Now,
Why
after
not?
critiquing you in the sex box, what I think you need is more leather ropes and chains. No. Incredible video out of Arizona today.
Govern me. Oh, tell me what to do. Be in charge of me.
I'll take charge.
Pass a resolution. I want a resolution.
Oh my gosh, okay, you guys have got to check out this video. It's a surveillance video. It shows a car crashing into a restaurant in Tempe yesterday afternoon. Now, police believe the driver was having problems parking the car.
Oh, yeah, he was.
And accidentally hit the gas pedal instead of the brakes.
How embarrassed would you be?
Oh, I know. One woman sitting near the restaurant stuck her head out the booth after the crash, but she's okay. No one was hurt. Thank goodness. It's possible this person was told there's no drive-through, and he said, "I'll see about that. Get my food fast."
This next story, it bothered me. It really did bother me. And I know you might laugh at it, but this came from a very small landslide in a very most disturbing place, the edge of a cemetery. And because of that, can you show the casket? The casket slid downhill. Now imagine. Okay, it's funny to you, but imagine that's your Aunt Agnes.
Well, you don't want to see. You miss Aunt Agnes, but you don't want to see Aunt Agnes.
No, Aunt Agnes. Yeah, I came to grips with the fact that Aunt Agnes is gone.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want her reappearing like that.
So who's moving Aunt Agnes back to where she should be?
And that's the question.
What if she comes out a vampire?
Wouldn't that be, if all of a sudden it's like True Blood? Oh my God, that would be so awesome.
It's like it'll be Twilight series number 12 or whatever they're on now. It is time to play the never really famous game, but maybe soon to be. Chloe or Chloe?
Oh, awesome.
Is it Chloe or Brian or Khloe Kardashian? Now, Tony claims to be the biggest 24 fan. We'll see.
For sure.
We have to see how his knowledge will stack up against the actual person, Mary Lynn Rajskub, who plays the part of Chloe. Do you remember all your lines from the shows you've been in?
So are you the kind of actress who like memorizes lines and they stay stuck in your head? Like when you're watching 24, you could actually speak along with the screen? No, not at all.
What am I, Mary Lou Henner?
Not really. All right, well, I think that
Did you hear about her?
No.
She remembered everything.
So she's got like a photographic memory?
Oh my God.
Beyond, like they're the people that remember everything ever. It's like beyond photographic.
That's disturbing.
That's the official description of that condition.
Those are the people that didn't study for tests, and they're like, I didn't study. And
no, but it's like
A's.
it messes you up because
nothing goes away ever. Like you dwell on everything because it's always there.
And you remember every little detail of everything.
Okay, you're better off not remembering
everything.
I was trying to find one of my favorite hashtags that I've seen today, the Chloe face. Can we pull up the iPad really fast? So in your show, the Chloe face became a thing.
I miss the
because
Chloe
Chloe
face.
has, that serious pondering look about her. And I figured with this game, I'm going to read a quote. You each have to guess who said it. And if Tony's wrong, I'm going to make you do the Chloe face.
Okay, so whoever gets it wrong has to do the Chloe face.
Right, first we want to see the real Chloe face. Do you mind?
I think it's just my natural face, isn't it?
Yeah, but Chloe was
you
not
invented
smiling.
it, so hey. Okay, first quote. You guys ready for this?
Okay.
Khloe Kardashian or Chloe O'Brien? Let's do this.
Oh boy.
This is a nice moment. Let's not ruin it by saying something stupid. All right, is that a terrorism fighter or is this a girl we're trying to keep up with?
Kardashian.
You said that's a Kardashian. She said that much too quickly. I feel like
I've said things like that, but the word stupid doesn't seem right.
And I feel like all they do is say stupid stuff over there. All right, for the point, I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say it was you or Chloe.
All right, Chloe O'Brien, Khloe Kardashian over there.
Yeah.
What do we have, fellas? It is.
That was you?
Oh, it was Chloe
That was
O'Brien.
you.
Tony, for the point.
All right. So do we get a Chloe face now? What's going on?
Oh, maybe you should have to give us another Chloe face.
Chloe face, you lost the point.
A dancing Chloe face.
Chloe did not dance. Well, you're ripping us off here with this Chloe face.
All right, quote number 2. I don't feel the pressure by outsiders. I'm not someone who's easily influenced by the public.
Kardashian.
Yes, is this a Chloe from a family procreating uncomfortably fast, or is this from someone who can hack your computer and stop terrorism?
All right, who goes first? Me?
She already said Kardashian.
Oh, you already said Kardashian?
She's all over this.
Really? You don't seem to know this at all, though, because you're wrong with the first one. I'm going to say you said that also.
No.
How do you like that? I'm going to say you said that also.
All right, who said it?
Yes.
Khloe Kardashian.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
The Kardashian
So
pack.
it's time for my Khloe face?
Speaks again. Yes,
All right,
ready?
do I have to take the glasses off? Or?
Oh yeah, I gotta see full effect. Chloe face.
Yeah.
No, you're not sad. You are keeping Kiefer Sutherland safe.
Oh, that's the
I'm
worst.
sad and
That is
worried.
the
What's
You
my
are everything.
motivation? What's happening right now? I need a motivation.
Okay, what's the storyline? Quick.
God, I look stupid with no glasses on. I look like a planet. Do I look like a planet? you guys?
Impending nuclear attack.
Impending nuclear.
Oh my God.
It's a little more severe
That's
than that.
really bad.
Maybe if I get another one wrong. it'll
Yeah,
come
maybe
around.
you'll get better.
It's really
All right,
bad.
and next quote. Oh, you don't know me very well, but if you did, you would understand that this is the last place you would be looking for any validation.
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds like a great line. Either Khloe could have said that one.
What is it? Kardashian
I'm
or
gonna
O'Brien?
say it's O'Brien. O'Brien.
O'Brien from 24?
Yes.
What do you think?
O'Brien.
All right, 2 O'Briens. What do we got? It is Chloe O'Brien. You guys are both right.
All right.
Oh, no faces needed.
No faces needed.
Next
I'm
quote.
just as sexy as Khloe Kardashian. Did you see that photo? Lavender blouse with the rouging. See?
All right, next quote. Is it Chloe or is it Chloe? It could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. That's what I don't know means.
Can I go first? I know.
You know?
I do.
Then
know.
you shouldn't go first. What do you think?
It's O'Brien.
Yeah.
O'Brien? Chloe
Totally
O'Brien?
O'Brien. Totally O'Brien. I remember.
I kind
her
of
thing.
remember it.
Yeah.
Is that a quote from 24? From Mary Lynn's character?
Course.
Yes, it is. And that is another ravishing blouse you have there.
Ooh.
A little cardigan action.
Yeah.
All right, is this our last one? And our last Chloe or Chloe quote. Who said it, guys? If you're too embarrassed and want to hide behind your computer screen, that's what this is for. Ladies first, Mary
I'll go
Lynn.
with Kardashian because I don't remember saying that.
I'm gonna say it's computer screen. I don't ever see those Kardashians.
See,
using
whoever
computers.
wrote this
Oh,
is
they
a
love to
trick.
tweet.
It's a trick. It's tricking you.
I'm gonna say Chloe O'Brien. O'Brien. O'Brien.
All right.
O'Brien.
Let's-
Oh.
Can you
there
make
it
the
is.
face again because it was so?
Yep,
All right.
you gotta make the face.
It was just weirdly
Remember,
sad,
pensive,
angry,
and
Do it.
scared.
I'm worried Jack is about to get shot up by 50 terrorists.
But you know how to save him from all of it. So you have knowledge.
Oh my God!
Try and fake.
Are you joking right now? Like you're not really trying.
My face
right?
doesn't do a lot. It really doesn't.
I think
And
that's
one
sad
look.
Chloe. I think we just invented the new hashtag sad Chloe. You guys can post your own sad Chloe photos.
I'm not good at the Chloe. I never tried the Chloe. I always admired the Chloe face, but I never tried it.
All right.
You go to a really wounded like.
Yeah,
Sad
I know.
place.
In my mind, I felt like I was looking concerned,
That was like the
but
face
it came
that-
out hurt.
That was
Like I
the-
was hurt.
That was the same look you gave when you found out 24 may be done.
Right. Maybe that's where I'm getting confused. It was the Chloe's not getting another contract face. That's a whole different hashtag. Now, you're going to be at the House of Comedy.
Yes.
All weekend. Everybody, go see Mary
Check her
Lynn.
out.
She's awesome. She's not just a computer hacker. As a matter of fact, she's not one of those at all. But thank you very much for coming by.
Yeah, thanks for
We appreciate
being
it.
Thank
here. We
you.
appreciate it.
You guys are awesome.
And you guys, more on the fly when we come back.
You better bring it down at the Mall of America. Run that place now.
Oh.
Thank you so much to Mary Lynn Rajskub for stopping by. Now all I have to do is meet Kiefer Sutherland, and my whole 24 bucket list
There you go.
is complete. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Now, we are closing the show with a video that Mary Lynn actually found for us. It's 20 Fur.
Following takes place between 2:58 p.m. and 3 p.m. Events occur in dog years.
We have a credible threat that chocolate will be released in the water supply at the top of the hour. We have a material witness in custody.
That sounds delicious.
That sounds deadly. Get me Jack Bow Wow. Jack!
Tell me where they're planning the attack.
I don't know.
Tell me.
Mr. Snugglebottoms would never do that.
If chocolate is released into the water supply, it'll be catastrophic.
Oh, I love cat puns.
Focus! I need answers. You leave me no choice.
No, please, anything but that. No, please, no.
Why does this never work?
Jack, Snugglebottom's attempted contact with CTU.
If you don't secure and deliver 40 pounds of catnip, the consequences will be cataclysmic.
We were able to get a fix on the location of the video, sir. The suspect is at 351 Old Mill Road.
That's all the way in Valencia.
I'll be there in 1 minute.
Have you reached your location yet? Jack, what's your ETA?
I know you're in there. CTU, down on the ground. Roll over!
Where's my catnip?
I don't negotiate with cats.
Then I'll be forced to release the chocolate.
Your plans have already been foiled.
Then I will have to unleash Operation Suck.
No!